All right, Mags has the white line, four checks figured out what he wants for that. The blue line and red line are going to run, one, two, twos. The red line's going to run almost always passive, and the blue line's going to run, probably mostly passive and also a little bit of the end zone, when they need to, based on momentum and other things. So also understanding the end zone, it really helps to explain the passive neutral zone 1 2 2. So let's get right into it here with these yellow areas. These are the doors that I refer to as opening doors. Basically, you want to entice the other team to make passes into these areas that you will already have marked by the 1 2 2, and that's really how the 1 2 2 works. But if if we dump in the puck over here and their D-man retrieves it, um, while we dump it in, F1, the majority of the duty of F1 is to go ahead and get them to declare a strong side and a weak side. So that'll be usually a path like this where they'll come and they'll kind of do a drive-by like that, looking at the D-man to see, where he stands as they come crashing in there. If they come in there hard and they see that they've got numbers and elbows, you know they're gonna come at it and approach it, more aggressively. If they see that he's got his crest showing and he's can make a play on them, um, they're gonna adjust and be a little bit more patient and back out slightly. So you don't want to go in aggressive on in zone unless you're sure that you can shut off you know the weak side access. So that's basically what you have here. Once F1 is in position there, he's taking away the weak side rim. Okay, so let's just say he goes in there. F2 comes in the zone. We want F2 and F3 to come in the zone slightly wide at first, just to act as a deterrent for a rim that might be a quick panic rim that comes up this side, or a short side rim that comes up like that. And then once they kind of come in that way, they'll move over into their positions. And these positions, are marking the three lanes: the left, mid, and the right, or the weak side. And that's the same in all the forechecks. So it's important to sort of understand these doors and angle approaches for everything. So again, the primary breakout position will be something like a pass up this way to the strong side wing. Another one will be a pass directly to the centerman who's curling, and that would look like this. And there he is. He's going to come and swing through. And then the last type of option on that strong side is a pass that comes initially up to the strong side wing, and then he does like a touch bump pass, chip over there for him to skate onto. So basically, those are the doors. You want to entice them to put the puck there and then, handle it accordingly. So if we're looking at the first option there, um, it's a simple read for F2. And this would be someone like Butler coming down, and you just come right down hard onto that pass. And what that does, that enables the D-man that's over here, the other D-man's marking the middle. So we got these two guys marking the left lane. We got this D and F1 marking this mid, and we've got F3 as the weak side winger, sort of marking the weak side. Okay, but what you have is you have F2 coming down onto the strong side, and you probably get a turnover to the D man at the point, and he gets a shot, and F1 can jump right out in front at that point. The other one is the pass that comes to the centerman who's curling like that. That is always covered by the weak side wing, and that's the same in all 1 2 2s, including in the neutral zone. Okay, that's the key point in any of these 1 2 2s, is that F3, while at first he marks the weak side, his main job is the mid. He always has the mid. He's got help from the D, but he's responsible to come in and mirror that guy, but maintain defensive side positioning. so that he's always on the defensive side of the puck, but he can come in and he can make his contact point up in here. So we've got F2 covering that, and we've got F3 covering the mid, and we've got 2D for support, and that's what we're trying to do, and that's where we get our turnovers. For instance, the D here, he's got to be ready to come over, and this D needs to be ready to come over and start to gap back through the middle. But initially, if they make this pass up to the mid, he's right there in the heart of, the high slot to take a shot on this collision right here that would occur if they try to force it in. So F3 is marking this yellow area in the mid. F2 is marking here. And, this is the basic 1-2-2 that, a lot of teams will use and get a lot of goals off of. But for you, I want you to understand, how this applies to the next video. And I think this gives you, a good idea of that. So, basically we're marking lanes. So F2 and then D1 are marking right here on the strong side. The mid corridor, the mid ice is being guarded by F3. He's going to come over and take that there, and this weak side D is going to cover the weak side, which is over here. Okay, so we've got the lanes marked, and the primary lanes are going to be here. The weak side lane, you have a little bit more freedom, because in order for them to get it over there, the only way is to access a rim off to the weak side, which won't really occur, and the other way is to force a pass but through 2 sticks, sometimes even 3 sticks. So if they do that, then go ahead, that's fine with us. That's going to result in a turnover right here in the heart of the slot. So okay, next video will be a passive version.